Is rhobh star Erika Jayne in legal hot water amid her ex, Tom Girardi, being sentenced to prison? He was convicted of wire fraud and landed 7 years behind bars at 86. So what does all of this mean for his estranged wife? Keep reading for more details. When Erika Jayne joined rhobh in Season 6, viewers did not know what to make of her. She was a bombshell performer, a mother, and her husband was a very prominent attorney, 30 years her senior. Although their marriage seemed odd and questionable, they seemed to get along quite well. He was extremely supportive of her career, and she knew how to clean herself up to be the lawyer's wife. Unfortunately, Erika saw the shortcomings, and after 20 years, she filed for divorce. Soon after, Tom's life became messier when he was accused of stealing millions from victims. Erika maintained she knew nothing about this, despite her feet being held to the fire by her co-stars. She was also accused of lacking empathy, and there were many questions about how her life would be affected legally. Erika did not legalize her divorce, as she would lose around $1 million. Now, with Tom headed to jail in July, what does this mean for the performer? Attorney Ronald Richards gave somewhat of a grim update. Erika Jayne's spouse that she abandoned is on his way to a de facto almost life sentence. Meanwhile, the judge in the $25 million fraudulent conveyance action we filed wants additional briefing on how to try this case. Erika's defense is the money went to her personal service company EJ Global. This defense is definitely a loser, so her best shot is to keep delaying. Money is tight for her now, and she hates paying her own legal bills. Walls keep closing. This does not sound very positive or promising for the rhobh star. Yet, how hard up is Erika Jayne when she has been performing everywhere and was back on Broadway? Now, Attorney Richards seemed to write this quite quickly to get a message out there about Erika Jayne. He attempted to defame the rhobh star and her defense. But is that professional of him? It does not matter much, as Erika's legal future is still up in the air. As of now, the impression is that she is broke, so her attorneys keep putting everything on hold. Fans who saw this statement immediately weighed in on Erika and her involvement. She was cleared of all wrongdoing. I have seen and read posts from clients/coworkers claiming they knew Erika and Tom, and saying they felt like she was in on the scam. How is she escaping justice? Is there a chance she could still go to jail through the feds or IRS or something? It is sickening watching her gloat and lie. Hopefully getting footage from Bravo should help the case. A few viewers were on Erika's side, while others believed that she was complicit and knew more than she said. At the end of the day, it will be up to a jury to decide her fate, if it makes it that far, and there are no further delays. The heavy brass doors of the Beverly Hills courthouse clanged shut behind Erika Jayne as she stepped out into the sweltering July sun. The cameras were waiting, of course they were. They always were. After all, this wasn't just another celebrity scandal. This was the Erika Jayne, the ice-blonde bombshell of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, now wrapped in the shadow of federal investigations, multi-million-dollar lawsuits, and the legacy of her disgraced ex-husband, Tom Girardi. For over a decade, Erika had sold herself as a fierce, unapologetic diva. But now the gloss was cracking. Erika Girardi was once the quintessential Beverly Hills fantasy, glamorous, wealthy, and enigmatic. When she joined rhobh in 2015, fans were divided. Some adored her sharp wit and sex-positive persona. Others saw her as aloof and disconnected. But no one could deny that Erika had style and a story. She had clawed her way up from humble beginnings in Georgia, worked as a cocktail waitress in New York, and eventually met powerhouse attorney Tom Girardi. At 27, she married the then 60-year-old Girardi, stepping into a life of opulence. But beneath the diamonds and private jets, a different narrative was brewing, one Erika would claim she never knew. In 2020, Erika shocked fans and co-stars alike by filing for divorce from Tom after 21 years of marriage. The timing raised eyebrows. It was just weeks before Tom was hit with massive lawsuits, alleging he had embezzled settlement funds from widows, orphans, and burn victims. Money meant for those devastated by tragedy had allegedly been siphoned off to fuel a life of luxury, some of it funneled into Erika's career via her company, EJ Global. Suddenly, Erika wasn't just a reality TV star. She was a potential accomplice in a massive fraud. In Season 11 of rhobh, the cameras rolled as Erika tried to explain her side. She cried, she screamed, she denied. Co-stars questioned her story. Viewers dissected every expression, every outfit, every word. Was she a woman scorned or a willing participant? As Tom Girardi was found guilty on multiple counts of wire fraud and sentenced to 7 years in federal prison at age 86, Erika's own legal future remained in limbo. She was never formally charged in the federal case, but her name appeared in countless filings. A particularly damning one was the $25 million fraudulent conveyance lawsuit filed by attorney Ronald Richards on behalf of the Girardi Keys bankruptcy trustee. The claim? That $25 million had been transferred from Girardi's firm to Erika's company for personal expenses, glam squads, music videos, luxury travel. Erika's defense was simple: she didn't know. The money went to EJ Global, not directly to her, but Richards was far from convinced. "This defense is definitely a loser," he wrote bluntly on social media. "Her best shot is to keep delaying," and delay they did. Her lawyers filed motion after motion, pushing court dates further into the future. Critics accused Erika of using celebrity privilege. Supporters said she was being scapegoated for her husband's sins. Meanwhile, Erika kept working, performing in Vegas, walking red carpets, even returning briefly to Broadway. But the sparkle was dimming. Legal fees were mounting. Brand deals were drying up. Even her once loyal glam team had scaled back. The court of public opinion had already ruled. Social media lit up with posts both defending and damning her. She was cleared of all wrongdoing. Let it go already. There's no way she didn't know. She was spending their money. She should be in jail. How is she still out there performing like nothing happened? A few loyal fans clung to hope that Erika was the victim in all this. But many saw her as emblematic of Hollywood's twisted moral compass, where image always trumped integrity. Inside her rented Bel Air mansion, Erika was anything but calm. The once lavish home was quiet. Her assistant was gone. The closets had been purged of anything that might hint at excessive wealth. She was bleeding money, bleeding time, and, worst of all, bleeding public sympathy. As of early June, Erika's legal team was bracing for what could be her most serious legal challenge yet. With Tom's conviction finalized and his sentencing scheduled for July, federal investigators were reportedly combing through financial records again. Rumors swirled that the IRS and federal prosecutors were still examining Erika's tax filings and transfers from EJ Global. Her team pushed back. "There's no criminal case," they stated in a press release. Ms. Girardi has cooperated fully with investigators and maintains her innocence. But those words rang hollow for many, especially for the victims still waiting on restitution. On June 30th, Erika was ordered to appear for a final pretrial conference on the $25 million civil case. Dressed in a conservative black suit, a far cry from her usual rhinestones and stilettos, she sat silently beside her legal team as Judge Marquez requested additional briefing on the timeline of fund transfers and the precise role of EJ Global. "Your Honor," her attorney began, Ms. Girardi had no knowledge of the source of these funds. She operated under the assumption her husband, one of the most reputable lawyers in the state, was supporting her business lawfully. But Judge Marquez was unmoved. "We will determine at trial whether that claim holds up," he said, tapping his pen against the stack of filings. The law does not shield those who look away. Erika's personal life had all but collapsed. Friends distanced themselves. Bravo producers, wary of legal entanglements, began scaling back her screen time. She had not been confirmed for the next season of rhobh. Even her beloved dog, Tiago, had been relocated after paparazzi harassment reached a fever pitch. A close source shared, anonymously, "Erika is unraveling. She thought she could outlast this storm, but the truth is, she's alone now. And scared. It wasn't just fear of court dates or frozen assets. It was the dread that she had become a caricature of everything she once mocked, broke, bitter, and branded a liar." Bravo was under pressure too. Fans called for raw, unedited footage from season 11 to be subpoenaed. Allegedly, unaired scenes might show more damning comments made by Erika during cast trips and confessional interviews. Her lawyers fought to block it, but federal prosecutors were reportedly interested. If Bravo turned over the footage, it could mean disaster for Erika. "I've said everything on camera," she whispered to a friend, pacing the marble floors of her empty kitchen. "Everything. And now it's all evidence." By July 5th, the buzz reached a boiling point. A leaked memo hinted that federal agents had expanded their probe to include potential tax fraud, alleging unreported income via EJ Global and under-the-table brand deals. Erika's attorneys issued another statement. "These claims are baseless. Ms. Girardi has filed all necessary taxes and reported all income to the IRS." But behind the scenes, there was panic. On July 7th, as Tom Girardi was officially remanded to a federal prison facility, Erika was seen leaving her attorney's office, looking exhausted. No makeup, no entourage, no bravado. The question on everyone's mind was the same. Will Erika Jayne go to jail? Legal experts remained divided. Some said she had a strong enough defense, plausible deniability, no direct financial management, no paper trail. Others said ignorance wasn't innocence. But whether she ended up behind bars or not, one thing was clear: Erika Jayne's reputation was forever changed. In a quiet theater in downtown Los Angeles, months later, Erika Jayne took the stage one final time. Her solo cabaret act, Pretty Mess, The Last Confession, opened to a sold-out audience. She stood under the spotlight in a black sequined gown, hair slicked back, eyes lined with jet black. The crowd was silent, and then she spoke. "I didn't know. I didn't ask. I just lived." She paused. A single tear slid down her cheek. But maybe that's the real crime. The music swelled. She sang her heart out, more raw, more human than ever before. There was no lip-syncing this time, no hiding. Because whether guilty or innocent, rich or broke, diva or villain, this was Erika Jayne's final act, and the world was watching.